Hi.
Hopefully the bra shot didn't make it in. Because I put my shirt on and I'm like, oh shit.
If not, I'll cut that out.
Whatever.
Hi, welcome to 151 Garage. I'm Sean. This is Susan, and today we're going to work on the fuel lines for her. So the fuel lines that I'm talking about is not basically from the fuel tank, which we don't actually have right now. It's basically to connect these two carburetors and also install a fuel pressure indicator right about here. And the reason I want to put it up on top is because I want to be able to see it from inside the car. So when I'm finally done, you'll be able to tell if there's fuel pressure from inside the car rather than having to get out like a lot of people see that they're under the hood and stuff like that. So with that, I had purchased a whole bunch of AN fittings, and here they are. The line and a pressure gauge or pressure indicator. So we will go through the setup and try to figure out how I'm going to do it. I don't know exactly. I had some ideas. I was looking at it earlier, especially now that I had the fittings, and it's not going to work the way I was looking at it. So with that, we'll go ahead and go over to the other side of the engine, and I'll kind of explain my thought process of how I was going to do it the first time and what I'm going to do to change it to make it a little bit better looking and probably better functionality. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so first we'll start by removing these right here, these fittings. So this is the inlet for the fuel line, and we'll be replacing those. So we won't need these. Jeez. There we go. Okay, so what I was thinking of before is basically connecting a line in between like this. So you'll have the AN fitting that sits in there, a line or a fitting that actually connects to the line itself, and then this line. So basically it'll look like that with a little piece of tube in between. The only bad thing is that, say for instance this one right here, even to put the smallest amount of line out there, which you can't because you still have to have a way to slide this one on, so there's going to be a little bit of a gap. That's going to sit, here's my tape measure, there you go. That's going to sit approximately, I'd say 6 inches out. That's almost way too far, so basically it'll stick out this far. All I need clearance for is to clear these right here. So if I have a line come out and go straight, it will chafe against this line right here. So I just need enough clearance to go past this. So what I came up with is a female to female fitting. Thread that on. Thread the elbow on. And it clears it pretty nicely. This being on here. So as you can see, let me move this. As you can see, this clears this by just a little bit. So that's the way we're going to end up going. There are a ton of other fittings, but I always look at them and they stick out so far, it almost makes it stand out way too much. So I want this to look proportionate. I don't want one thing to stand out too much. Yes, I understand these two stand out, but over the whole engine, these aren't going to stand out as much as if you had a line that stuck out 6 to 8 inches on the side that had nothing near it. This is personal preference. If people liked it 8 inches out or 12 inches out or all the way past the car, it's up to them. Again, that's how they like it. I respect it. But again, this is what I think is going to look best on this car for me. And let's go ahead and basically hook up the rest of the lines. We'll get the measurement in between so I can cut the hose, and we'll put it all together. And I'll explain the way we're doing the fuel pressure indicator, and I'll show you that when I finally get to it. Okay. So the whole thing with this is you really never know what you're gonna have to do until you get things out, because you don't know how the lines are going to go. Right now is the first time I've been able to really sit down and look at how it's going to be and where everything's going to sit. So it kind of gives me an idea that, again, like I said before, just because you think something is going to work doesn't mean it's going to actually work. The way I had it set up before was extremely way too much. There's basically lines here, line here, a line here, a line, which would make the where I wanted the pressure indicator like way up here, which is going to be basically above my view sight anyways, instead of where I needed it. Where I wanted it is right about here, which is right there is where it's going to end up being. So that works out very well. I have an extra fitting for whenever I need it somewhere else. Now, I do like the way that's set up. I do see the point of me having to make a bracket to hold this up. I could tighten it, but I want to make sure that this is secured. It doesn't come loose. It doesn't, the wind doesn't push it over or anything like that. So I will end up making basically a plate right in front. Probably not this video, probably the next one. It'll take too long for this video. I'm trying to make this video somewhat short. But let me get the indicator, I'll put it in, and we'll take a look at the final spot. Oh, shit. Okay, nothing's gonna be like super tight on this. I wanna make sure everything, there we go. Everything is good. I won't tighten it up all the way. I just want to make sure that everything looks good. Everything's level. The line, where's my tape measure? Of course my tape measure is over on the table. So a little bit shorter of that, a little bit shy of that. So if I go with 7 1/4. So 7 1/4. Let me double check. 7 1/4. So 7 1/4 inches will give me the exact length right here, which will be pretty nice. Now, let me show you what I was talking about with the indicator. So take off this.
See, right there is kind of where I wanted it. I wish it was a little bit further in, but with the plate, I think I can maneuver it a little bit over some more, but that's pretty much exactly where I wanted to have it sit, and it'll actually be a nice little spot. In fact, let me try something.
Now that I know it sat a little bit high, a little bit off to one side,
I think right there is a little better. Actually, you know what? I still wonder if that's too high. I think that's a little better. So where I'm going to be sitting, I can still see the top of it. So it's actually, I think that's the best thing yet.
it's not wide out. It doesn't stick out so far. And again, this is the actual, until you get all the items, you don't know exactly where it's going to sit. So I actually had it sitting up here. Actually, the first time I had it sitting up here, which would have been above my sight because it would have been blocked by the roof of the car. And it wasn't like that on purpose. I wanted it to be right about here is where I wanted it. And again, I can still tilt it up or tilt it down or whatever until I make the bracket. Once I get everything set up, then I'll figure out all the lines and stuff like that. Now, the only thing with the other ones, this wasn't necessarily in line with the fuel line, as basically the line would come in this way. It would go this way into the carburetors and then have to go up into this too. The way this is set up now is this actually will go straight through the line, so I'll get an accurate reading. It won't be, you know, it won't be air caught in it or anything like that, which would be exactly what I wanted. And it's almost exactly where I wanted to put it. So I think that's the final thing, final resting place for all the parts. Have a bunch of other parts that I bought, which I'll use on other vehicles or use on the rest of the line all the way back to the back. So like I said, I'll go ahead and cut these, cut the tube for it, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Okay, line's done. It's going to fit fairly well. Tighten up this side first. There we go. Set up. And there we go. Pretty straight. Line, now again, none of this stuff's tight yet because I may maneuver it around a little bit, straighten it up before I tighten it all up the final time. Now, I won't tighten it up until after I get everything done because I don't want to damage the fittings or possibility of damage the fittings. I also have to make the bracket for this. So, to give you a quick shot, basically that is exactly what it looks like. And the fuel line will come in through this, basically down the center of this portion, basically right here. Go into here, pressure gauge, through here into the carburetors, and there you go. Okay. Again, just a quick video on some of the stuff I'm thinking of. What you think is going to be a perfect setup never necessarily is. For me, it absolutely wasn't what I was thinking of. This portion is somewhat. This back portion was not anything like I was thinking of, and you really can't figure out the end result until you get all the pieces there. It might look good on paper, you might see it on another vehicle and go, oh, you know what, that's gonna be perfect for me. And then when you finally get it to your vehicle, it's doesn't look right, doesn't work, which in fact it didn't this time for me. So adapt and overcome, figure out the problems, figure out different ways. You have solutions you gotta go. And I think I turned out a fairly nice piece. So for me it works. For me, I like it because it doesn't stand out. Again, that's what I want with the black, because everything's gonna be black. I don't want a lot of things to stand out. I want you to kind of look and see the different things. If it's slight, where people barely tell, that's what I'm looking for. So I want it to kind of blend in. I want it to kind of look proportionate with everything else. So again, I'll go ahead and throw through this, and hope you like it, and hope to see you next video.